about Keith Thurman, look at the resume. Let me ask the world, right here, right now, who wants to fight Keith Thurman? Send me the contract, send me the check, let me feed my children, I'll be there. I'll be there. Never scared, I'll be there. Y'all don't understand the burning desire. Y'all don't understand what it means to love boxing. You think you love boxing. What did I tell y'all years back? Allie, do you know? What did Keith Thurman say?
One time.
You watch this, I live this. You watch this, I live this. Believe that. Hey, look, they've been ducking. This boxing or this elementary school, I've been seeing duck, goose out here, baby. Duck, goose.
Duck, who's the goose?
Man, the biggest duck is the boots. The boots is the biggest duck. How you get fights that put on the, like, they're just fights, baby. What did man, y'all making me throwing back all the quotes. It's nothing but another black eye. Who, what? It's nothing but another black eye. I'm so scared he gonna beat me and make me cry. Cause he done hit me in my face and gave me another black eye. Come on, man. This is what we do. This is what fighters do. This is a sport. This is entertainment. This is man to man, mano y mano, man to man, you know? Man down, money bag. You know, but you gotta really want this, man. Life is too short. Life is too short. Everyone at the top, we live in a dream. We live in a dream. Barrios has proven it. You beat by great, but you can still be great. Congratulations, champ. Congratulations. Stop being, Mayweather ain't here. Where's May? I don't see no Mayweather. Mayweather's not here. Stop protecting yourself. Stop being scared of that. Oh, let it go. Just be the greatest that you can be. Fight great.
People trying to talk crap about Keith Thurman because he out there putting the pressure on Jaron Ennis. Y'all can't say that about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman don't need no belt. Keith Thurman alone, his name alone, holds his own weight. Keith Thurman is from the old cloth. Keith Thurman was one of my father's favorite fighters. You know, back when I first started watching boxing. Keith one-time Thurman. And you can't talk nothing about Thurman because anybody that knows boxing knows at one point in time, Keith Thurman was that guy. Real deal, real spiel. And, you know, they like to say that Keith Thurman, you know, he got his nerve to talk about boots because he ducked Errol Spence and avoided him or whatever and whatnot, which is true. But you got to be careful about that because when Errol Spence got in Keith Thurman's position, yeah, did the exact same thing. So you got to watch it about that. But I like Keith's counter. Keith's counter is, he said, I ain't never ducked nobody when the money was good. You ain't never seen me avoid no fight or heard about me ducking nobody when the money's good. When the money is good, Thurman fights. That's a fact. He ain't lying about nothing. He ain't lying about nothing. And Thurman is one of the classic prize fighters. When prize fighters understood that there's more that you got to do than just fight. Okay, as of right now, what you're seeing with Keith Thurman, he's selling himself. And you can't say that he's not doing a good job. You can't tell me that you don't want to see Keith Thurman fights. That's what a good prize fighter does. His energy, the way he talks, the way he speaks can make you want to watch him fight. That's what Keith Thurman does. Keith Thurman is a natural salesman. He's one of the few boxers in boxing that still remember how to sell a fight and sell they self and understand it's more than just throwing hooks and uppercuts. Keith Thurman understands this whole media thing and all of that very well, very masterfully. Very masterfully. So when people talk about the pressure that Turkey Al-Sheikh put on Jaron Boots Ennis or how he exposed him, I think people are not really gauging the situation or to the gravity that the situation should be engaged. Because if you look at it, you want to know who really put the pressure on Boots, who really exposed Boots? It's Keith Thurman. He putting out here to the world, listen, there ain't no reason why nobody should not want to see a fight between Keith Thurman and Jaron Boots Ennis. For number one, Keith Thurman is exactly what Blair Cobbs is, but better. Blair Cobbs is just like Keith Thurman. You know, he knows how to sell. Now, Keith Thurman is legit by just being Keith Thurman. And he's going to promote that fight for you. You're not even going to have to do anything. As you can see, he's a great salesman. Keith Thurman's going to promote the shit out of that fight. He's going to do all the work for you. And it's a name. And as he said, you try to say that I don't hold more weight than Stanionis? Is that what you're trying to say? So there's no reason why anybody, including Team Ennis, should not accept or take this fight. Any real boxing fan knows this. There's no reason. There's no reason not to take this fight. None. So he just put it out there to the world. Who wants to fight Keith Thurman? And what are you going to say? How are you going to downplay Keith Thurman? I get it. Y'all just tried to do it. Well, he ducked, you know what I'm saying? Or he didn't fight Errol Spence and Blase Split. Errol Spence did the same thing in his position. And like you said, when the money was on the line, Keith Thurman was there. The money is on the line. Can somebody get Jaron Boots Ennis to show up? It wasn't actually Turkey Al-Sheikh. It's actually Keith Thurman. He telling you what it is. He's showing you. There's no reason to say, oh, let me see somebody say that this is a bad fight. Or I don't care to see it. You're going to look like a fool. See, Keith Thurman, he's still good enough. Keith Thurman can be a gatekeeper to these new guys. You know what I'm saying? As long as he wins some and not just lose them all, he can make a great living. Matter of fact, Turkey need to go ahead and holler at Keith, because Keith gonna show up. And Keith could be the litmus test to a lot of people that Turkey Al-Sheikh might want to put the fire to and see what they is. So a fighter like that is actually the kind of person that Turkey Al-Sheikh is talking about. Old or not, Keith gonna show up. And Keith gonna sell it. And Keith gonna bang. And as we know, Keith can get on his bike a little bit if you hit him in the ribs, but for the most part, Keith there. That's exactly what Turk talking about. But Jaron Boots Ennis, he gotta answer this. Last chance, man. This, if it's not what everybody's saying it is and what Keith Thurman saying it is, the last thing you want to do is let somebody jump on fighting Keith Thurman, just like you let somebody jump on fighting Brian Norman Jr. You can't have that again happen in front of real time in front of these people. At this point, you have to fight Keith Thurman. If you don't, people already know what it is. But if you gonna do this again in real time when Keith Thurman is demonstrating that you are what he says that you are, based on the fact that you are not getting back with him or ain't no fight been made between you two, let somebody else make a fight between Keith Thurman, because he's gonna get a fight. He's gonna get a fight. That's for sure. Keith Thurman is gonna get a fight. And when that happens, hey man, stop boxing. Hang him up. Forget about it. You can't let this moment pass without answering it again. It's certified death after this point. It's certified. He goes nowhere. Because then, who you gonna come up? And if you don't got a name bigger than Keith Thurman's, which it ain't too many, it's one time, bro. You know? So, if you let this pass you, hang it up, bro.
This boxing or this elementary school, I've been seeing duck, goose out here, baby.